So next up we have the crew of Deep Space Nine, or Star Trek Defiant as it wasn't called. Oh, come on, really? I mean, I know I wouldn't normally complain about not having a spaceship, but surely it should have been the space station for this one. Really? Anyway, my favourite series, of course, so I'm not at all going to be biased towards this lot. Let's go straight to Threat to the Universe. Apparently it's 15. Well, you know what? I think he should score a bit more highly than that, considering some of the things he did and wasn't sorry and would do it again. So, Starfleet Authority 30 we're not going to argue with. Obviously, they've obviously factored in the fact that he became a captain, so that's good. Well done. Boligo 40. Okay, so that's what? I like that. Let's do a captain comparison. Twice as brave, if that's what that means, as Picard. And wow, that's a choice, isn't it? Obviously, whoever wrote this was a DS9 fan as well. Fair enough. Again, not going to argue because my favourite series, although I don't know, I think the wiser move would have been making the same, personally. Cunning 35. See, he drops there for some reason. I don't know why, because it's not like he's not cunning. I mean, maybe, yeah, a couple less than Picard. Maybe I'm splitting hairs there, aren't I? It's a bit unfair. Okay. Hey, Kira Nerys. So, this is an interesting one just because of, obviously, she's Bajoran, but she's also kind of the first officer on the space station. So, it's an interesting... I mean, the whole dynamic worked really well in the series, ultimately, for storytelling and tension-wise. Threat to the Universe 7. 7. This woman is a far greater threat to the universe than most of the rest of these characters here. Just can't hold her back as the Cardassian appears, so that's odd. Starfleet Authority 19. So how does that compare with Riker? Not as much. I think that's possibly, and was it 23 for Spock? So that's probably factoring the fact that she's not actually in Starfleet, but she does have the rank of first officer. And of course, she ends up. She starts as major to end up as a colonel, doesn't she, eventually? Bolio 7? 7? That's one down from Troy. I mean, that's just ridiculous. She's got immense courage. Things she went through. Ridiculous. Cunning 42. That's quite high. Yeah, it's more than Picard, actually. Obviously not as much as Worf, for some reason. Yeah, I do find these choices odd. Odo, Constable Odo. That's his first season makeup, which isn't very good, is it, compared to later seasons? But there we go. You get used to it looking differently later on. Fair enough, year of birth, not because he wasn't really born again. Unless when he achieved sentience in Morapol's lab, you could have gone with that, I suppose. But they'd have had a search on Memory Alpha for that, wouldn't they? Threat to the Universe 10. That should be way, way higher, considering he's one of the founders. I mean, all right, he's a good founder, but. Starfleet Authority 25. So that's more than... What? That makes no sense. Excuse me, she outranks him both in the Bajoran militia and Starfleet. How does he get more than her? Boldly go 9. That seems a tad low as well. Very low, in fact. And Cunning 47. Again, they're trying to make up for things by making them more cunning for some reason. But I'm not sure how it was. Well, I mean, obviously you could solve mysteries and stuff. Weird. Hey, it's Smiley Miles. Excellent. This is where things go stupid. Yeah. Threat to the Universe 3. I think that's too much, personally. Poor old Miles isn't a threat to anybody. Starfleet Authority 20. This is another Chekhov, isn't it? Except he's got even more. I mean, Chekhov's an ensign. Okay, Chekhov should outrank him. This is how wrong that score is. Because he's not an officer. He's an enlisted man. I mean, all right, he's got a senior position on the station as Chief of Operations. But nevertheless, in terms of rank, in terms of authority, that should be a lot lower. Stupid. The body of 18? 18? Short, less than Picard. I suppose. Compared to Picard, that's fine. But compared to 40... and Cunning 20, apparently, which seems excessively low. Same as Troy. No, that's rubbish. No Bashir, I'm afraid. So we can't reenact that classic duo, I'm afraid. Instead, rather bizarrely, they've gone with Esri Dax. Yeah. I mean, I've got nothing against Esri, don't worry, but Jadzia was obviously in the series a lot more. Perhaps her image was cheaper. I wonder. Oh, it also means they've mixed up the uniforms a lot, because that's the original one, and then they've gone into the... okay, post first contact one for some reason there. Well, obviously the only picture you get of her is that, but then why Miles? Oh, I don't know, it's doing my head in. Why do they make these choices? Threats to the Universe 5, yeah, again, that might be a bit... Well, it's lower than Kira, that's stupid. Well, no, that's not stupid, but Kira should be far more. What am I talking about? Starfleet Authority 10. She was quite low rank, wasn't she? So I think I won't have a beef with that one. But but then she should still outrank Miles because she's an officer in the end. Again, it may be role based. Fair enough. To boldly go 10. Slightly more than Odo, really. Cunning 21. Blimey. Well, she's got the Dax symbiote in her, which should make her incredibly cunning. It's got literally lifetimes of experience she has to tap. No. Slave. To finish off with, no Garak, I'm afraid, either. You don't get Bashir, but you do get Quark. Is he the token bad guy? Well, clearly he's not the bad guy. Yeah, that's odd. Yeah, but threat to the Universe 10. Well, I would argue he's a bit more of a threat to the universe than that, but anyway. Somehow he gets 2 for Starfleet Authority, despite not being in Starfleet. That should be 0. Come on, guys. To boldly go 5, he's not exactly the most courageous person, so I think that's fair enough. And cunning 36, arguably should be higher, I think, but then you have more cunning than Cisco. Oh, he does have more cunning than Cisco, doesn't he? But more cunning than Kirk. Oh, I don't know. Oh, these things do my head in. Really? People just don't sit down and think, do they? Think, people, think! Ba, 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 ba.